Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to Mukbang Movies. It's been a while since my last video, but I'm sure you'll understand the reason being we had to put our pet dog Hadley to sleep last month due to a short illness. We're absolutely devastated, as you can expect, and it's taken 6 to 7 weeks to actually, I don't know, just feel like making a video. I've had quite a bit of support from some people over on social media, like Ian Hill Ramblings and Delboy. Both of them two have been fantastic during this really emotional time. They've been really supportive on their channels, especially on a Wednesday night when they have their live chat, basically. They've been great, but yeah, I feel a bit lost. I've lost my best friend, and that's the reason why I didn't do an October pickup video. I decided I'd combine the two, and we're at the end of November now, so I'm going to combine October and November's pickups in this video. So yeah, I feel a bit lost, but life goes on, I'm afraid, and it'll never be the same without her. She was brilliant. But yeah, stay tuned to see what I picked up after this. Yep, so here we go. I can't remember exactly what I picked up in October or November, but there's 36 titles here. Delboy on Wednesday said, "Oh, you've probably only got 5." Well, I haven't. I've got 36. Some of them pre-orders. Quite a lot of them are sale items. I picked up an absolute, how many? 2, 4, 6, 8. I picked up 11 Criterions in the 40% off UK sale, and there were 3 of these from the 50% off US sale, which I managed to use the Stackry delivery service to get them sent over, and it only cost me $13, I think, to get 3 films sent over, so that's not bad when I've got 50% off. So here we go. So film number 1 is 310 to Yuma, the original. I've been quite eager to see this. I like the remake with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, so I'm intrigued as to what the original's like. So all these are Criterion, 40% off most of these. Lone Star with the late great Chris Christopherson, bit of a modern day western, I believe. Todd Browning's Freaks, finally picked this one up. It was mega expensive when it's at full price, but I managed to get this for about 23 quid. So there's 3 films on here, I believe. You've got Freaks, The Unknown, and The Mystic. So that should be a good one to watch. Finally picked up Roman Polanski's Repulsion. Albert Brooks is Defending Your Life, which is supposed to be quite funny. A classic 1930s film in the Roaring Twenties with, I think, is it James Cagney? Yeah, James Cagney. Jim Jarmusch's The Mystery Train, or Mystery Train. I've seen like photographs of, I mean, the cinematography on this looks stunning. I've seen photographs of this, so when I saw this for like 40% off, I thought I'll pick that one up. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I wasn't overly keen on it when I first saw it, but I thought I'll pick it up for £13.79. Definitely worth re-watching. I thought it was very, very dark. There wasn't much I didn't have much empathy for Pinocchio. It was just quite a dark film, but that's to be expected with a Guillermo del Toro film. Been wanting to see this for a long time. There seems to be a resurgence of people coming out and saying how great it is. And that's All That Jazz, starring Roy Scheider from Jaws. I've just noticed on social media, particularly Instagram, like a lot of people rating this film recently. It's from 1979, but yeah, be intrigued to see if I enjoy that one. I picked up the original Insomnia. I think this has got Stellan Skarsgård in it. So everyone knows the Christopher Nolan film with Al Pacino and Robin Williams, but this is the original Scandinavian film. And then when I found out Criterion were going to release this on Blu-ray, because I have got the DVD, when I found out Criterion were releasing this, I was like, I've got to get this from America, which is why I used the Stackry delivery service, because Barnes & Noble, they do not deliver to the UK. So if you send your films to Stackry, you create a Stackry account, and then you get your order sent to Stackry into your PO box or your unit, and you're informed by email then that your items have arrived, and then you arrange a delivery using you can choose which courier service you want to go with. So I used FedEx, and they arrived unscathed, even though the customs had opened the packet. But yeah, so that's the Criterion releases. So next up, I went into Trade Me in Leeds City Centre, and I picked up the recent release of The Bike Riders. In HMV it was like full price, but in Trade Me it's only just come out really in the last month or two. It was £7.50. So I thought, right, I'll have that. Snagged that. And on the same shopping trip, I picked up 2 for £15 in the HMV sale, the premium collections of Waiting for Guffman. I really like Christopher Guest. I think he's really funny, especially in Spinal Tap, The Mighty Wind, and what's the other one? There's another one. Got Mighty Wind. They're like mockumentaries basically, and I think this is a mockumentary about theatre. But yeah, Christopher Guest. It's always funny. And Ian and Delboy had recommended me to pick Outland up. I've never seen this before, and I have watched this this month, and I really enjoyed it. It's like a high noon in space with Jerry Goldsmith's Alien film score regurgitated. Really enjoyed it. Great atmosphere. The special effects still hold up. Some really good miniature set designs that are pretty believable on the moon of Io. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Thanks for the recommendation, Ian and Del. Outland. I'm a huge Asian cinema fan, and Radiance are releasing a lot of Asian cinema, so I picked up The Shape of Night by Radiance. That was quite cheap on Amazon. I think these limited editions, they're going for like $17.99, and I think I picked it up for $11.99 on Amazon. If you get the limited editions, usually comes with a nice booklet. Some nice text and essays and photographs from the film. So yeah, that's The Shape of Night. Just prior to losing Hadley, we went to Madrid, and I picked up a poster of Jess Franco's Count Dracula. So I've never seen it, but the poster was just stunning, so I picked the poster up, and then when I got home I bought Count Dracula that the poster's based on, and that was quite cheap on Amazon, I believe. And then Day of the Beast, I think it is, I picked this up in Madrid. There's no UK release Fortunately, it's got English subtitles, this release, so I picked this up in Madrid. It's supposed to be very good. I was going to watch that during the Halloween season, but I never got round to it due to being an emotional mess, basically. I, Vampiri. I enjoyed this. The cinematography is fantastic by Mario Bava, and there's a special effect in this that had my jaw firmly on the floor. And I was like, this is a 1950s film, and the special effects that Mario Bava came up with, it's absolutely seamless. You've got this aging woman who feeds off the blood of young women and becomes young again. And her transformation from old to young is absolutely seamless. And if you watch the special features on this disc, you find out how they've done it, how Mario Bava did it. He was a genius filmmaker, and his eye for detail and it just creates visually stunning films. And I know this is not directed by Mario Bava, but his fingerprints are all over this film. So I, Vampiri. And then I think I got this on Amazon, the 4K release of the original Italian Job. This was knocked down in price quite substantially on Amazon, so I picked this nice little box set up. And this is the 4K. I believe it's got Blu-ray as well. Yeah, it's got Blu-ray. So you've got your Blu-ray and 4K. Yeah. And then it comes with like nice envelope with lots of bits in it. I've got like a gold bar with some text on there, a bit like a bookmark. You've got a sticker, some production notes, and there's a poster, double-sided poster. It's quite nice. Definitely prefer that side. Oh, that's the is that the Italian? That's the Italian poster. And get some art cards as well. You know what? I'm going to do what I saw someone on YouTube, and he just ripped these little ribbons off because they are a pain in the arse to get your art cards out of. There you go. So that's that little bundle over and done with. So next up, I picked up a foreign copy of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I had an urge to own this. I thought I had a DVD of it, and I went rooting around my collection, couldn't find it, so I managed to pick up this. It's a region-free edition of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've got quite a fondness for this. It's very cheesy, tongue-in-cheek. Rutger Hauer's camp as anything. Paul Rubens is so funny. Then you've got the late Donald Sutherland. But I always loved Christy Swanson in the 90s. I had a bit of a soft spot for her. I think personally, I'd have liked to have seen her in the TV show. But, you know, Sarah Michelle Gellar did a good job anyway. But yeah, that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Finally, after much tribulation, I got my Umbrella order through. I'd placed a pre-order at the beginning of the summer, and then there was a release of the final one of this. Well, there was a release of Triangle, which was added later to my order, but this one I had to wait for the rest of my order to be delivered just because this came out later, and they buggered my order up and sold out of a couple of items of my pre-order, of my original pre-order. So they threw in a freebie as compensation for losing out on 2 films that I'd ordered. One of them was Primeval, Primeval's stop motion animated film. I think actually stop motion, but it's live action, a bit like a Ray Harryhausen film. I'm a bit gutted I didn't manage to get that, but it was worth waiting for this really beautiful release of Triangle. This is a fantastic horror, keeps you guessing all the way to the end. So you've got lots of stuff in here. I really like this. It's got a nice, I don't know if you can see the sheet. Ah, there you go. There's a bit of spot gloss on that triangle. Then you've got a little card on the back with a synopsis and all the special features. Some art cards. I'm not going to go through all the art cards because there's quite a few releases here with art cards. And a nice booklet. And then the film in a nice slip. That's the original artwork with Melissa George. It's fantastic, this film. Blew me away actually, so if you've not seen it, there's a poster. If you've not seen it, definitely try and pick up a copy of this. There's still a UK release, a cheap UK release of this. You can easily pick it up for under a £5 on CEX. But I like this film so much that I had to pick up this special edition. Then Devil's Candy. I saw this on Shudder, I think, when I had a free trial on Shudder, and I really enjoyed it. So Devil's Candy. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Daniel Radcliffe's supposed to put in an amazing performance as Weird Al Yankovic, so I'm quite intrigued to see what this is all about. It's supposed to be very good, actually. Late Night with the Devil. I was a bit disappointed with this. I think I got caught up in all the hype and I'd waited too long to see it. It took a while to get going. Some great performances, but then it takes a while to get going. And there's a couple of sort of implausible moments in the film, like the girl who she's got scars all over her face while she's possessed, and then when the possession subsides, all the scars vanish. I just didn't find that believable, really. If you watch The Exorcist, Reagan's scars are still on her face after being possessed, so I think it would have been better if she'd have still had some scarification on her face after coming out of her possession. But yeah, some good special effects towards the end. It's got a really good 70s retro feel, so I'll be intrigued to watch this again. So you got, whoops, this is just a Blu-ray release, a special edition with the poster. That's the synopsis and special features that was on the back of the box. I'll go through these art cards, see what. I've not even looked at these myself, to be fair. Quite nice. Like, not actually film stills, but different film posters. Quite like them. There you go. So that's the art cards, and then you get a nice book. So Umbrella, it's not the cheapest. They're not the cheapest editions, but if you build up your order and wait, you can add to your order as well. You can get free shipping, which saves quite a lot of money if you get more than a couple of films in your order. So that's Late Night with the Devil. And then my freebie, due to them cocking up my order, This was recommended by Ian Hill on Ian Hill's Ramblings. Go and check his channel out, it's fantastic. He's from the great county of Yorkshire, so he's got a great Yorkshire accent and it comes across really authentic and comes across as a really nice guy. Keep sending a few films over his way and recommendations. So go check his channel out. And that was Time Crimes. I think this is French. I believe it's French. It's a French horror, and he rates it. So this was just about to be released as my order was getting all ready for shipping. So I managed to pick this up for free because they caught my order up. So looking forward to watching that one. So that's that little bundle over and done with. So next up, we've got a few Radiance releases. I managed to get these in their special offer bundle pack where you get 10% off if you order their monthly bundle. I picked up Dogra Magra. Don't know much about this, but it's an Asian horror film. I love Asian horror, so I'm sure I'll enjoy that one. So I don't know much about that one, but if you get 10% off, it's worth getting. This is a stunning box set. Die Gothic. Whoops, nearly lost everything out of the box set then. So Die Gothic. Never heard of these films, but again, Asian film, Asian horror. I'm sold, basically. Anything Asian goes a long way for me to purchase. The Bride with Hades. The Snow Woman. And The Ghost of Yotsuya. And like I say, know nothing about them, but it's always good going in blind on some of these sort of films. And it comes with a really nice, quite a thick booklet there, look. There's lots of essays and artwork. Looks like traditional artwork. Looks a bit creepy. The Haunting of Japan. That's a really nice book, that. I'm going to have to spend some time reading a lot of these booklets. And last but not least is the stunning release of Haxan. I've been very eager to watch this. It's got some nice embossing on the title there. If you can see that, it'll be hard to pick up. But yeah, stunning release of Haxan. This is a silent Scandinavian horror. And it looks absolutely amazing. And I believe there's about 3 or 4 cuts of the film, different cuts in there. There's the original artwork. Synopsis and special features on the back. Some more art cards. Let's open these art cards up. They'll give you a good idea of what the film's all about. I know Man vs. Film did a review on this film, so if you want to check his channel out and check out his review, he said it was an absolutely stunning film. It's probably one of his favourite releases of the year. It's a 2-disc set, so let's just see. I'm sure there's more than one. 4 versions of the film and 3 scores. Commentary, outtakes, archival footage, 80-page booklet, postcards. Great release. So there you go. That's the Blu-ray release of Haxan. And then that comes with a nice booklet, 80-page booklet as well. There's a lot of reading to do with a lot of these limited edition releases, these special editions. So they're referring back to Witchfinder General here and the Wicker Man. So I presume it's like a folklore horror. They're mentioning a brilliant Night of the Demon there. So that's Haxan. So that's the Radiance films all done with. And then I picked up the 85th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, the 4K release. And it comes with a Blu-ray as well. I believe, according to Dell, the transfer is exactly the same as the 80th anniversary. I've never ever owned The Wizard of Oz. I've never had it as VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Never owned it at all. Because it was always on TV around Christmas time. So if you ever had the urge to watch it, you'd wait till Christmas and watch it. But this release, like, blew me away. Basically, it's one of the nicest steelbooks I've seen, actually. So the 80th anniversary didn't come with steelbook, but this one does, and it's got some really nice debossing on the title. It's got the Wicked Witch of the West. I've not seen Wizard of Oz for a long time. I'm pretty certain it's Wicked Witch of the West. Or is it East? I need to watch it. Definitely need to watch it soon. So you got 2 discs and some nice film still of the film inside. So that's the steelbook, and then it comes with a nice envelope. Trying to be as quick as possible. I know it's a lot of films to get through in one sitting. Got an original premiere film ticket, cinema ticket. You've got the cast. On a postcard, you've got a nice little, what's this? It's like a Facts from the World of Fancy little booklet. Then you've got what looks like some original artwork in the shape of a bookmark. There's an abundance of postcards, art cards in this release. They don't do the artwork as good as the olden days, I'll tell you now. So that's that. Let's go through these quickly. These are some nice little examples of lobby cards that you'd see in the lobby of a cinema. So that's Wizard of Oz. Right. Stay tuned next for some steelbooks. Okay, so this is the last little pile, and they're all steelbooks, so Del Boy, fill your boots with these. I'm sure you've picked some of these up anyway. So we've got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which has got some really nice, it's got a nice little gloss to the front. And you can see from the daylight. I really enjoyed this. I think all the recent takes on Planet of the Apes, they've all been great. I mean, Rise of the Planet of the Apes was my favourite. They've gradually probably become inferior as they've gone on, but they're still all great entertainment. So this is 4K and a Blu-ray release with some really nice inside artwork. So that's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This came out in October, I think, so obviously I've got a lot to deal with in October. And Twisters, enjoyed this as well. Not as good as the original, but this steelbook's really nice. It's got some nice debossing on the title. I wish all steelbooks would have some sort of nice little details like this, like some debossing or embossing, just makes the steelbook release much nicer. Let's take this J card off. That's the synopsis and special features on the back. That's a pretty cool steelbook, nice and glossy as well. And you've got the 4K and the Blu-ray. So that's that one. Really enjoyed this at the cinema. Very sinister and ominous. That's Longlegs. That's the J card. And that's the front cover with the creepy Nicolas Cage. It's pretty plain, but I quite like the red is so deep and luscious. It's amazing. I quite like it actually. I presume. So this is 4K and Blu-ray as well. So you've got just the back of the heads. I think they could have been a bit more inventive for the inside artwork, to be honest. But yeah, that's a great film. Really enjoyed it. The ending isn't quite as good as the rest of the film, but still, I really enjoyed it. It's got a bleak tone all the way through it. Managed to pick up, not seen this yet, Deadpool and Wolverine. I decided to go with the Wolverine steelbook. Didn't like the marketing campaign, like trying to get people to spend twice as much money by buying both steelbooks. I think it's a bit of an underhanded tactic, that. And I preferred this because Deadpool his position of his hand didn't look natural. I preferred the way they'd organised the artwork on this. You got like a Wolverine emoji on the back. You've got the Blu-ray and 4K and some inside artwork. So that's that. Still need to watch it. Picked up in the sale Smile. Not seen this, and I know Smile 2's come out, and a lot of people are saying Smile 2's better than Smile. So yeah, quite eager to watch this. Not got around to watching this one yet either. I've got a lot of films to get through. So let's take that J card off. Not a big fan of J cards. They're pointless. The Blu-ray and 4K with inside artwork. And then these two films dropped literally yesterday. So I've got Beetlejuice in a glow-in-the-dark slip in a plastic sleeve. Pull that out. And a really cool steelbook. And you've got Winona Ryder on the back. I can't remember their names, but little shrunken head guys who feature quite a lot more in this film. And they're quite funny. Winona Ryder, I thought her performance, she just looked startled all the way through it. Sort of started grating on me. She was like, her eyebrows raised all the way through. So it's not as good as the original, but I'd pre-ordered this even before I'd seen it at the cinema. So, you know what as well? Why are film distributors, when they do put them in sleeves, which is really appreciated because it protects the steelbook, but why do they put the opening on the bottom where it can be scratched? So like when you're putting it in and out of your bookcase, the bottom of your steelbook will be scratched. Why don't they put the opening down that side? It's just a slight criticism, but you know, somebody should be making a decision on that. Like, you know, we spend a lot of money on our collectibles. So we want them to be in pristine condition. So come on, move this opening to the side where nothing will scratch it. That's my little rant over. Did you enjoy that, Del? Right, and then there were a bit of clambering over this. When it was released that there was going to be a steelbook of this film, it seemed like everywhere was like sold out instantaneously. Like Zavvi, HMV, Amazon, they were all sold out. So I managed to pick this up on Rare Waves, and then after I'd ordered it, it became available again on these websites. So I don't know if it were a bit of a marketing ploy to get people clambering for this steelbook release, but it was one of my favourite films of last year, back end of last year, and that is Godzilla -1. It's an absolute brilliant Godzilla film. It's like up there, easily up there with the best Godzilla films, and the amount of special effect, the believable special effects that they put into this for such a minuscule budget. I think the budget was something like $7 million American dollars or something. I might be wrong, but it was a small budget, but the effects look amazing, and they're better than some of the Marvel film special effects. Like, you know, and they spend hundreds of millions of pounds on their special effects. This is how to do it. Take a leaf out of the Japanese book. Bit disappointed with the steelbook though. A bit of debossing on that title would have been nice, but some nice spot gloss and metallic spot gloss on that image there. But it's, yeah, so glad to pick this up. This is 4K Blu-ray. It's 3 discs, 4K Blu-ray and a bonus disc, so there must be loads of bonus features on there. And then let's take the discs out. There you go. One of the infamous scenes in the film where Godzilla's chasing after the boat in the ocean. It's a great film. If you've not seen it, get it watched or get it bought. I think it's on. Is it on Netflix or Prime? It's on one of those two. So if you don't want to make a purchase, get it watched on one of the streaming channels. So that's it. That's my final pickup of October and November. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's been quite an emotional, like, 6 to 7 weeks, as you can imagine. And I'm going to dedicate this video to Hadley, my doggy soulmate. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and help my channel out. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.